Fast Turn Radio is live and on the air. What's happening, people? Another day, another week has gone by. My God, time is flying around here lately. Hope everybody is doing well. Let me try to get into my other computer. I should have done this first so that I have some top lighting. I didn't think about that till just now. Try to try to get the light shining on my face so it looks a little better. Let's see. Hope everybody had a good, prosperous week, making lots of money, having lots of fun, because that's why we do this stuff. It's not really, yeah, Charlene said the older you get, the faster time goes by. That is no doubt whatsoever. Uh, but we do this stuff. We do it for the money, but we do it for the fun too. Because you know what wasn't fun? Working at AT&T. That was not fun. I did not enjoy that. I did part of my time, but then it got old. I didn't enjoy it. This I enjoy. This is fun. And one of the things I'm going to touch on just real briefly tonight is, my goodness, why are people talking about quitting doing this? Because suddenly it's gotten a little more difficult. Yeah, the glasses are fun. Jay Bain, what's up, man? I didn't know you were going to make it here tonight. Having fun at AT&T equals driving away at the end of the day. You betcha. That's exactly what it was. Ah, um, I am not quitting. I have no intentions of quitting whatsoever. I have just seen a lot of negativity, a lot of people kind of getting down, between gated categories and again the closures and restrictions and notifications that this thing that you sold 6 months ago is now uh, restricted and so you can't sell it anymore, and people are taking it like they actually got hit with a warning. I mean, it actually it is. It's a warning. It's not a you're going to be in trouble um, unless you do this again. So it is just that. It's a warning. It's a stop doing this. You're not allowed to do this anymore. So yeah, Bob Willie, I agree totally. It's like the Amazon seller forum trolls have moved over to Facebook. Yeah, because honestly, I moved away from Facebook for a little bit. I just got tired of it. I got tired of seeing it. I got tired of answering the questions. I got tired of people asking for restricted lists that don't exist. Okay, there are no restricted lists. Yeah, and I said this last week. There's some stuff that Amazon puts out. You can look through the categories to get some general ideas, but there is no list that Amazon officially puts out that says these are restricted items. Now, some people have done great jobs of putting together their own lists, and go read those. And I'm not saying that they're not great lists, but there isn't one that I can give you that says Amazon says this is what's allowed and this isn't, this is restricted and that's not, and it's changing all the time. And if you're thinking about quitting because that's hard, maybe it's not for you anyway. And I'm sorry to say that, and I've seen a little bit of it in my coaching group. So these are people that I have a connection with, and it means something to me if I actually fail them and they feel like quitting. And I've seen it just in the general talk of people that have gotten tired of doing the business, that have maybe been at it for 5+ years. Um, it's business, and things change, and we have to adapt. But Lord, don't freak out. I mean, no, it's not as easy as it was a year ago. It's gotten a little more difficult, but it's gotten more interesting too. I guarantee it's more interesting, especially from a coaching standpoint, because people look at you and go, "Hey, what are the rules? What should I do?" Um, and I, I don't have any more answers than you guys do. Let's see, what's Bob Willie got? And remember that there are some people out there that truly try to convince people to leave Amazon so they can have it to themselves. Sad but true. That's probably true. There's some yo-yos out there just spitting some stuff that doesn't make sense to me. Props to Peter Molius, who did uh, give me a couple of reasons why it does make sense to go back into your uh, inventory and delete some of the old stuff. And the biggest, okay, because deleting your inventory, first of all, doesn't mean Amazon can't see that you ever sold it. Okay, they're going to know you sold it. But it does do two things. If you sold something way back when, yeah, Don said it, the professor is wise. He truly is. Um, it keeps Amazon from seeing that you have sold something in the past and sending you that notice that says you can no longer sell this, it's restricted. You're not in trouble for having sold it. You will be in trouble if you sell it again. And I said, okay, that's not really a big deal that you got that notice. But what Peter came back with was, well, what if you don't see that email? It's still in your inventory, and rather than trying to list it, you just simply go ahead and uh, uh, re, uh, resend, replenish. That's the word I'm looking for. You'd think I would know the word replenish. You know, if you send replenishment without actually having to list, there's a chance that you end up selling something you're not supposed to. So that from that standpoint, it makes sense. But you can delete from manage inventory. You cannot delete from FBA, manage FBA inventory. You can only archive. Now, whether or not it auto archives or it truly deletes, I don't really know. But yeah, some people don't read their emails, Duane. Yes, and I am as guilty as anyone of not reading my email. So yeah, it's possible I missed one of those. So so yeah, there are some valid points. Just don't do it from a oh my God, I got to do this now, scared mentality. Do it from a I'm taking care of my inventory mentality. That's fine. I just don't like the freak out that I feel like's going on. So, but I know I'm talking to a lot of experience. How many people do we have here? 70 viewers. Sweet. Thank you, every single one of you. Svetlana, I see you're here, and Charlene, Bob, Willie, Deanna, Maureen, Mike, Leslie. Shout out to everybody that's making it here tonight. Carol's with us. Carol's always wonderful to have around. Um, so no, I know most people in this room are not freaking out, but just in case somebody happens to catch this on a replay, or maybe they get a little freaked out later, just keep in mind it's okay. Chill out. It's all right. And just more to that point, tomorrow night, Scanner Monkey is going to have John Grollo on, who unintentionally kind of started this whole thing, I think. You know, the hysteria that it's kind of grown into. So he's going to be on. I think it's going to be an excellent Spreecast. I'm going to be there. I'm going to help produce, possibly. If nothing else, I'm going to at least be in the chat room and participate, because I want to hear John's story. I want to hear from him exactly what happened. So everybody should be there for this, okay? So yeah, mark my words, record attendance for that one. Michael Flanagan, I believe you're right. There's probably going to be, I don't know, just a guess, a couple hundred people, which is a pretty sizable turnout. I wouldn't doubt it if we go over that. So I say we. It's Jay's group, Jay's Spreecast. I don't know why I say we. We as a group, we as a community, I think there will be over 200 of us. So that's all I wanted to say on that part of things. Just to everybody kind of chill out, calm down. It's all right. I know most of you are. A couple of interesting things that happened to me just today that I thought might be fun to talk about. One, I set up my first Amazon ads campaign with the help of Chris Manise. I had no idea how to do it, so he helped me. He walked me through the steps. You know, yeah, I call myself the guru. This twit couldn't figure out to go up and click on advertise and then click campaign. No. I go to Google and I'm searching like ad, uh, you know, Amazon ads, and it's trying to set up a new seller account for me. I'm like, no, I know that's not it. So yeah, I was just chasing my tail around. Yeah, Carol said, Chris who? Chris Manise. He's the guy that just posted right underneath you, right there. So yeah, it's so simple a monkey could do it. Yes, but the apparent FBA, self-proclaimed FBA guru could not figure it out without help from Chris. So thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. So I got my first ad up and running. I even got to click on it today. So yeah, I didn't get a sale, but at least it's up and running and I did something. That was kind of cool. So if you guys, isn't self-proclaimed guru redundant? No, not at all. I could be proclaimed a guru by somebody else. I just had to self-proclaim because no one else was going to call me a guru. My God, I'm not good enough. What's your budget per day to test? $5 a day at 20 cents a click. It was just something I threw out there. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't care what it costs. It's more about the experience than anything. So yeah, I think $5 was like the default setting. So I don't know. I threw it up there. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, it's $5. It's not going to kill me, and it's going to run for a few days. Yeah, it depends on the category, and this is in, I think it technically falls under home and kitchen. It's actually lawn and patio is what it breaks down to. So um, let me bring my camera down a little bit. There we go. I just feel like you're getting way too much of my ceiling. Um, so yeah, $5 a day. It's in lawn and patio under the home category, I believe. Anyway, 20 cents is what I'm going with. Thank God Duane is not proclaimed guru. I would drop him in a heartbeat. Thank you, Svetlana. Yeah, whatever. I like being called a guru. You know, I really do. Whether it's true or not doesn't really matter. I just like it. I like having a nickname, a purpose, or something. Do click-through ads in general? Wait. Let's get Natalie's question up there. Darla, I'm going to let you do it so we don't both end up clicking stuff. If you could throw Natalie's question up before it goes too far or put it in the screen queue. And yeah, guys, let me check it. We may have questions down there. No questions. You guys are not asking questions. This stuff actually goes much better if you interact with me. But um, yeah, put your questions down in the queue. That way I can get to them. But do ads click through to the general product or just your listing in particular? That's an excellent question. And I think uh, Chris has the best answer to that, which is it goes to your listing if you have the buy box, he believes. I don't know. I am brand new to this stuff. I have a hard time believing that Amazon is going to push your ad to the general product that someone else owns a buy box on. But, um, you know, you can call support and ask them how they think it works. But I got to believe that Amazon is smart enough. Okay, there you go. Yeah, people are starting to chime in. Michael Flanagan, yes, your ad only shows when you have the buy box. Uh, Ads are not active if you don't have the buy box, so there you go. They're not going to make you pay to sell someone else's product. I got to believe that Amazon is a little bit smarter than that. But an excellent question, just the same. And we got some smart people in the chat room that answered that for us. Can you do an ad for merchant fulfilled listing? I do know that one. Yes, you can, because I actually had two. I own the listing that I'm advertising, and I had FBA and merchant fulfilled on the same listing, and I could add either one. So, and actually, I can add any of my products that I want out of my entire inventory that are eligible for ads. So not every product is eligible for ads, but the ones that are, I can choose to advertise for any of those. And so I could have put the merchant fulfilled and the FBA ad on there. I really don't want to merchant fulfill. I just did that to have the product and the to have the listing active until my stuff got to FBA. But yes, you can run an ad for merchant fulfilled. Yeah, if you're going to set up an ad, make sure you are eligible and in the buy box at times. Yes, Christopher, you do not want to run an ad for something that you're way overpriced and not getting in the buy box, and therefore not getting your ad seen. So makes sense. Click-throughs go directly to your listings. Impressions are shown based on keywords you define. Johnny Vega coming through with some answers for us. Two separate things. Okay. So there's a difference between impressions, which is just somebody seeing your stuff, and the clicks, which are actually them going to your product, which could have the buy box on one server and not another. Bob Willie, I would have to assume that your ads are only going to show to the people that you have the buy box with. So again, that's my assumption. I am by no means an expert on this. Maybe you guys, you please understand these are just my thoughts. I have nothing to back this up. Yeah, if you don't have the buy box, your ad won't be displayed, so no one can click on. So you won't be charged for anything. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is if a customer, if you have the buy box for that customer, potentially when they click on the ad, then it's going to show. If not, I just don't see them running it. But anyway, be sure to get comfortable with the campaign manager screen to follow your results. I'm working on it. I don't have a whole lot to look at right now, but I'm trying. So and I've seen a lot of I've seen stories of good results, so I'm excited to see what happens. All right. And Michael says no clicks in a few days means something is wrong with your efforts. Yeah, I set this up at about, I don't know, Chris, maybe you know what time it was. I don't know, maybe 2 o'clock this afternoon, noon, two, somewhere in there. And yeah, it's only one, but I did have one click, so I was happy that everything is running and my AdWords, my keywords apparently were correct. So, or at least somewhat. All right. Mike Lytle says, in the last couple of days, I've noticed a lot of listings are either 1 packs or 12 packs. The 3, 6, 9, 10 multi-packs are gone. Has anyone else noticed this? It's not something that I have noticed, but I don't doubt it. I think that Amazon's cleaning up the catalog. So I think they're combining and getting rid of a lot of listings. But again, that's just kind of my feeling on things. My Disney cup with my ice water. Made some more reservations to Disney. I think we're going to go back in a few months. We're excited. Cute cup. Yeah, thanks. Um, I always wondering about that. I receive hundreds of invitations from Amazon for eligible products, but I was wondering if it's worth the money. Um, yeah, ice water. Yeah, it's that Tito's ice water. No, it's not. It is truly ice water. Yeah, try it. That's an excellent. Robert says test it. It doesn't cost you a lot of money. These ads are very, very inexpensive from what I've seen. So, run a few, see what happens. That's what I'm doing. You know, it's less about selling the product. I mean, it'd be nice if I get some sales, but it's more about how to go through the process. So if anybody has questions, I can maybe understand this stuff. It's really just about learning. So, yeah, set a couple dollar daily limit. See what happens. Um, yeah, the pressure is off when it's a test. Yeah, test now when there's nothing really on the line, when you don't really care whether it sells or not. The things I'm testing, I think I've got maybe $700 wrapped up in the entire product, and it'll sell eventually. And if it doesn't sell tomorrow, it's okay. It's not going to kill me. Now, if I've got something where I've gone in super deep on a wholesale, on a gut feeling, and I've got a few $1,000s wrapped up in it, man, I want to know how to get that sucker cranking. So I'm going to test on something that's kind of insignificant, and that way, if I need it when crunch time comes, I know how to do it. Bam, I can get that stuff set up, loaded up, and rocking and rolling. So now's the time to test that kind of thing when it doesn't matter and when you don't need the sales. And Jay, that's cool. I like having some parameters. See, I was winging it and didn't set anything. But Jay Bain says I usually set $2 a day limits and test it with a 2-week expiration on the ad. That's a good snapshot to see what happens. So I kind of like that idea. And rarely does it go over 50 cents. All right, Randall Carroll. Let's see. Says, have you noticed you get the buy box every time you lower your item to be the lowest price? No, I have not noticed that. I've actually lowered the price, and the guy above me still has the buy box. Maybe I'm at $36, he's at 35, so I jumped down to 34, and he still got it at 35. Now, eventually, I will get the buy box. I mean, I'll be in that rotation, but no, just because you are the lowest price does not at all mean you're going to get the buy box. Buy box depends on a whole lot of other things than just the price. So no, I don't think that's a good strategy for guaranteeing the buy box. I think it's a good strategy for guaranteeing a share of the buy box at some point. Greg, I'm just giving an example, man. I'm just telling you, you can jump down, but it's not going to guarantee anything. Give me a hard time telling me I'm going to be in the buy box rotation even at 36. Mike says I got Duane. Can you guys still see me and hear me? I look like I'm coming through all right. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's just Mike. Okay, I'm playing the Greatest American Hero theme song while you're talking. Oh, if I could only sing, I would. I would love to sing some Greatest American Hero. That was one of my favorites when I was a kid. Somebody posted that in the Fast Run Radio, and yeah, believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Yeah, see, it's awful. You don't want to hear me sing, but you get that tune stuck in your head. It's there. Um, let's see. We had another question about the ads. Do the campaigns work with bundles for getting an item noticed? Hey, that's exactly what I'm working on, Janelle. Hopefully, I can report back next week and tell you this is a bundle. So I think so. I think you are absolutely able to. I know, and I think it's going to help. Oh, Maureen said she got the ka-ching, the ka-ching on cha-ching, excuse me, on an MCF. So she's got to go pack a order real quick. So she'll be back with us. But yeah, beautiful voice. You betcha. I have a, yeah, I am so off key, tone deaf. It's ridiculous. I can't carry a beat. It's just sad. All right. So if that's it for the ad campaigns, no more questions. What's Jay Bay got up here? What's Jay have? Let's put this on here. Amazon restricted his items. See, nobody cares. We watched that movie last night, and my son wanted to see it, my 11-year-old, and he's like, yeah, Jurassic Park, that's awesome. I want to see it. I want to see it. So we bought the movie on Amazon. Dude, we have spent so much money just buying movies instantly. It's insane. But, it's just like, oh, $12, $15, $20. Bam, there it is. You got it right away. Uh, but yeah, he had nightmares all night. So he watched it and loved it, and then he had nightmares about dinosaurs. So I don't know. He wanted to watch all three of the others. I guess there's four of them now. Um, and Maureen said Jurassic Park scared her when she was 12 years old, and she threw an explicative. Yep, she said a bad word in there. Expletive. I don't know what's that word. Anyway, she said bad words, and it scared her very badly. Um, explicit. I don't. Anyway, vocabulary. There's something that's not my thing. Uh, so something else that happened today, and they kind of came together to make sure I had to examine this. I wanted to talk a little bit to you guys, and hopefully for some of the newer sellers, especially. Vocab guru, I am not. That's I know, I know where that line is drawn. Definitely. Um, Natalie says she's married to the grammar police. Yeah, my my wife's a speech therapist, and she is educated and reads all the time and has an extensive vocabulary and pronounces things well or enunciates all that good stuff. And then there's me. I'm the uneducated little podunk guy that can't say a sentence correctly if I was paid to, and vocabulary is just awful. Whatever. Anyway, so something else that happened today. We got our new debit cards for our new business account. So, and I had to do my sales tax. So all this came together to make me look at my statements. I was doing my QuickBooks stuff, getting all my numbers for the month of, I was through March so far this year. I did the first quarter, but then I haven't the last couple. So I had to get QuickBooks caught up for the last 2 months, and I just go month by month. Did April, and then I did May. While I had all the statements and all the stuff out, I decided to see exactly what I'm paying monthly services for and what I pay yearly services for. So that came up a little bit recently, and I was trying to do it off the top of my head, and that was not very effective. So for the newer sellers out there, so I had to go into QuickBooks and do this stuff. Then when I got the new debit card, I had to go into all of those services, put in my new credit card information or debit card. You guys know I don't do credit cards, but I put in my new debit card information. And so I had a list of the services that I use monthly and the ones that I could remember that I use yearly or pay yearly, and wanted to know if you guys had some input on some of the services, tools, things that you pay for as well. So the few that I saw that I absolutely pay for monthly is the Google Apps. That is for an email account that I have. That's when you get something from Duane at DuaneMalek.com. That's handled through Google. And then Aweber. I pay that monthly. That's $19. I pay Shoeboxed, which is a great service for your receipts. And that's one that you send your receipts to them, they scan them, they put them all in, and for up to 150 receipts is $30 a month, which I would gladly pay somebody $30 to do it. I've done that stuff myself, and I absolutely despised it. It took hours to scan it in, organize it, get all the make sure the receipts were right, and make sure they were in the right store with the right amount. Sales tax wasn't coming up as the price paid, and there was just junk that would get misread. Dude, they do it all for you, and it's great. And they send you receipts back if you want. They shred them if you don't want. So, love Shoebox. Tax Jar. Somebody asked in the coaching group about pulling the sales tax report off of Amazon. I had to pull my sales tax stuff. I didn't go to Amazon. I did afterwards just to see what it showed, but my first instinct, I went to Tax Jar. Best $10 a month I spend. Pulled it up, said, here's the month. This is what I need. Here's my sales in Georgia. I uploaded it to a CSV file so that I could sort it. Here's all my sales. Here's my sales in Georgia. Here's sales tax collected. Boom, boom, boom. Everything was there. Just done in minutes, literally. Love Tax Jar. So much easier than going into Amazon, trying to pull the reports. And, and with Amazon, there's so much crap you don't know. You pay over here, but you give it back over there, and your numbers are all inflated, in my opinion. I don't like looking at their reports. So I go to Tax Jar, pulls it all up, love it. So that's one that I gladly pay $9.95 for up to 500 transactions, I believe. And then maybe it jumps to $30 if you do 1,000 or more. I don't know. I'd have to go look at their website. But Mark does a great job. If you have a question, all you got to do is hit him up on the chat, or you can even hit him with Facebook. You can track Mark down. So he's out there. Scan Power, of course. Scan Power University, pretty tight with Chris Green. So yes, I am a Scan Power user. Definitely happy to use their monthly membership, no doubt, for both mobile and list. And then Spreecast, not one I was totally happy about, but yes, I have to pay the monthly to Spreecast. And those are, which reminds me, I need to go change my billing in Spreecast. Hopefully they don't jump on here. Spreecast, if you're listening, I will change my information so that you get paid. There, I got it marked. I'll do it right after the show. That's the one I forgot. And then yearly, okay, I paid for Dropbox yearly. I think it was $99. I went ahead and upgraded to the 1 gig or something. I don't, what 100 gig, not 1 gig, 100 gig. And cost me $100 for the year. Yeah, Maureen cranking out the MCF already. Look at that. Took her like 5 minutes. 1,000 gig for business. Actually, I think is it 1,000 gig for business? I thought it was 100. Maybe it's that. I don't know. Anyway, I upgraded to their business plan. And then they have an unlimited business shared plan that you can get into. Also, I didn't get that one. I just got the basic upgrade one. GoDaddy, I have my domains, my email through, and then Bluehost is the one that I'm going to host some of my stuff on. Those are the ones I could think of yearly. And who was it? I think Maureen, somebody said, don't forget Scanner Monkey. Yes, there is Scanner Monkey. That's another yearly. Not paying that per month. I prefer to pay things yearly. So yeah, okay, it was Maureen that said that. All right, and here we'll put that up. Robert said there's the Dropbox pricing. So if anybody is interested in Dropbox, which I'm going to pop over here real quick, so I want to know exactly how much of this stuff I have. Okay, it is 100 gig. That's what I have, is the pro plan for 100 gig. And it's $825 a month. Billed annually comes out to $99. Then apparently they have a 200 and a 500 gig if you want those also. See, I didn't even know they had those. Right now I'm using like 6 gig, not even. So I think I'm safe with the 100 at least for now. But it's good stuff if you need it. And a couple new toys. And I would open up the door, but dogs probably go crazy. For a long time, Charlene Anderson showed me I had let me go this way. On this door, don't stand up. I'll try not to stand up. On the door, for a long time, I've had the shoe holder with my um, self-seal poly bags in there. And just the other day, we went to Sam's Club. We're going to go for a little trip here. So I bought this little cart after being inspired by Bob Willie. It's not quite as fancy as his, but it was only 25 bucks at Sam's. And then I bought this one at Sam's also, which is just like a heavy duty, see that heavy duty rolling cart. I got my scale up there and tape and all my goodies. And we got my roll of craft paper. So I was kind of excited. So there's a couple more tools, not the software, but those are the tools. And I used my, you can't really see, but the little white labels. Those came off my Dymo. So I labeled all my little drawers. I was having fun. It's good times. Um, there we go. So yeah, the cart was only like 25 bucks for the little one with the drawers, and then the big heavy duty one was maybe 60. So I can actually wheel my stuff around because I'm usually running back and forth, and it's just a pain. So it's all mobile now. I'm excited about that. Yeah, and I labeled my drawers. It's my wife noticed. She's like, "Oh, you put little labels." Yeah, I did. It was fun. And that's really all I've been up to lately. So business is so-so for me. It's still pretty down right now. I'm actually going out sourcing tomorrow for the first time in a long time. Oh, Matt Carlett. All right, Matt's giving me a hard time. Hang on. A Dymo, the guy who said he would. Hang on, let me put this up here, make sure I read it correctly. A Dymo, the guy who said he would never have one, has one. I didn't think I would. I first of all, yeah. And Maureen says it. Hi, Matt. What's up, man? I haven't talked to Matt for way too long. We used to talk every day. Now we're both just busy. Got the kids home from school, and we don't chat like we used to. But no, I have the label writer. I have the Dymo 450 Turbo, just the single. It's right there. Got my cord in the way. Warfield trip stuff. See, I'm taking notes. See, I just have the single. There's one of the new debit cards. So, yeah, I just have the little single one. And I'm back now. How could I survive without a Dymo? I'll show you. I had that, and I still do. I use that for my shipping labels. But for a long time, I was using my Zebra for the individual labels. So now I have the Dymo for the single labels, and I have the Zebra for the 4x6 shipping labels, and still have my brother, what is it? NFC, what is it? A 7360, I think it is. 7360N. That's my laser printer. Love my laser printer. Uh, Label my son's school stuff with the Dymo. Yeah, I was just looking for stuff to label. After I saw how it just cranks out labels, and what I really love is the template. It is so easy. See, that's one thing that I couldn't do with the Zebra. There was really no good template for the Zebra that I found. So I couldn't use the single labels really for anything. The Dymo comes with this very easy to use template, and you can save your labels. So like I did some address labels and I saved them. So now when it comes time to pay those bills, all I have to do is print out the label, because for some reason our water company actually bills manually. There's no way to pay them online. So I have to physically send them a check. They're, I think, the only place I send an actual check to each month. Um, but yeah, now I've got it all saved, so I can print out their little label, put it on the envelope, send them their money. And yeah, it's fun. So come school time, yes, I'm sure we'll be labeling stuff. Yeah, I was labeling everything I could. My unopened monkey is pointing at my unopened Dymo. Greg Purdy, you need to get on the bus, man. It's good stuff. I love the Dymo. I love all my printers. I love all my toys. That's one thing. I'm not sourcing a lot right now. Like I started to say, I I, uh, I get to go sourcing tomorrow for the first time, and I don't even know how long. So I'm pretty excited about it. But yeah, I got all the stuff. I'm ready to process some stuff if I actually find it. Now I just got to get my butt out of this house and go do some work. But yeah, men and their toys. We love our toys. It's what makes us happy. You know what? I'm gonna show you guys something. This is how much I love my toys. See that? Uh, yeah, that's right. I bought myself some five finger Vibrams today. Sure did. Well, they came in today. I bought them on Monday. Why? Because I thought they were cool and I wanted them. So I walk around all day in my little five finger Vibrams. Don't get them wet. They're machine washable. You can throw your shoes in the washing machine. So, yeah, it's just little stuff. I bought myself a remote control or an external garage door opener too. So I installed that today. It's good. I'm having fun. I'm tinkering around the house. I got to watch the kids. I can't really go sourcing. You get tired of doing bookkeeping and QuickBooks and making all these notes. You need some downtime. Garage door opener came in, so I mounted it on the side outside. You put in the little code and your garage door opens. I was excited. I was very excited. Alan said Duane amuses himself. I do. I do. I amuse the crap out of myself. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, so I got that all set up, and it actually serves a purpose because my wife twice while I've been out biking, so I just bike around the neighborhood, but she'll forget, and and I'll go for maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. Uh, long ride is maybe a little over an hour, but she'll have something to do while I'm out biking. So she leaves the house and she gets in the car, and out of habit, she closes the garage door when she takes off. Well, I'm out on a bike. No keys, no garage door opener, no nothing. I'm just out on a bike. And I come home because I leave the garage door opener. I used to when I'd go biking, and I come home and the garage door is closed. And there's nothing I can do. Now, luckily, since I put my phone on my bike, I can actually call her and let her know that she locked me out while I was biking. But now I don't have to call. I get the little touchpad. I can let myself in. And she did that to me probably about a year ago. And then she did it the other day. You cannot take your keys while you're biking. No, no, no. There is nothing comfortable about having keys in your pocket while you're biking. Yeah, you could take your front door key. You know what? You have a lot of options. You know the one I went with? I have a little push button thingy now, so I don't have to take any of that stuff, and I have fun. So yeah, there's other things I could have done, but you know what? I could have put a Robert. Man, it's not like I'm trekking or anything, so I'm not getting off into the woods. I don't really need a little baggie on my bike, so I don't think I want to hang a purse from my bike. So, no, I'm just gonna have a garage door opener. It's all taken care of. But that gave me something to do for about 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, be careful. I know. Yeah, and there's nothing in my garage that they are gonna want, but they might steal a couple of screwdrivers. That's about it. Because really, my wife's car is the only thing in there. The most valuable thing that is in our garage is probably the bike that I would be sitting on while I'm, or and who's going to steal a bike? I guess it wouldn't necessarily break in while I was out biking, but yeah, very easy to break in. That's cool. I won't worry about it. I promise. I am not just not going to worry about it. Uh, oh yeah, you do feel violated. There's no doubt. We had our house broken into a few years ago. There's no doubt you feel violated. And I appreciate the heads up. I know me, and it's not something I'm going to concern myself with. Uh, and I don't doubt it. But people find ways to break in even when we didn't have that. They kicked in the back door. So hey, maybe if they just clean out the garage, they'll be happy at that. Greg Purdy says, "I wish somebody would clean out my garage." Yeah, Um, yeah. Yep, they do. They do. I don't. Oh, Paula says, I wish I had a garage. I like that. Yeah, my friends moved into a house. They had a single car garage, and they thought, we didn't have a garage at our old house. We don't really need one here, and they turned it into a bedroom. I couldn't believe they chose to do that. I love my garage. It's a two-car, so my wife's car fits in there, and then all of our other junk. You know what they'd see? They'd see a whole lot of empty cardboard boxes. You break into my garage, that's what you're finding. Empty cardboard boxes, because man, I have not broken them down in a while. If Duane was any more laid back, he would be horizontal. Only on some things. There are some things that get me fired up, but not much. Definitely not things I can't control. There's certain things you can't control. So why are you going to worry about it? Worry about it when it becomes a problem, not before. Wow. Yeah, Natalie. Sorry, I took a second there to read Natalie's comment. She said, had someone break into my kid's room while he was sleeping when he was more or less 5 years old, or 5 months old, excuse me. Super scary. Dogs worked better than the alarm as a deterrent. Yes, we now have two 50-pound dogs that make lots of noise. You guys have probably heard them on this precast. And yes, Darla, I absolutely agree. That is scary as could be. Natalie, I'm sorry that that happened, and I'm glad you had dogs to scare them away because yeah, that is super scary. Uh, that's when I embraced co-sleeping. Yeah, yeah, that's one that I think comes naturally to most parents anyway. It's tough to break that one. Three-car garage attached. Very nice, Mike. I got a two-car that's attached. A three would be even better. No questions in the queue. Yeah, you guys are quiet tonight. You're just letting me ramble on about bikes and Vibram Five Fingers. So, yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, Bob Willie actually inspired this. Like I said, I want you guys to see this because it really is cool. It's a little drawer. This one's got, I think, 10. Bob, you ought to post some pictures, whether it's Fast Turn Radio or Scan Power or whatever group. People should just see your setup because it is awesome. Bob's got like a cart with the little label makers or the label peelers and all that kind of stuff. So he's got a very sweet setup. Mine is nothing compared to his. But I did think about you when I bought it yesterday, buddy. Bob, that's your garage. I thought it was your house. No kidding, Darla. He has a huge, huge garage apparently, and it is filled with stuff. Charlene, so since you've been home, are you doing more online sourcing? Yes, yes, I have been. Not very good at it still. So Amazon is my primary source when I'm doing online sourcing. I have started to figure out how to do some of the Amazon flips, and I've got my keep a notification set up. And hey, if you guys are not following keep a notifications on Twitter, you're missing out. I mean, it paid off big time the other day. If you follow Twitter, you can actually see when someone else gets a tweet about something that they're following. Now you got to go in. It doesn't tweet to you, but it goes in on your timeline, and you can actually see when they tweet to someone else. And I saw where they tweeted a deal to someone. I jumped on that same deal. I had no idea that it was out there, and boom, turned around, got my I don't know, limit of 3 or whatever it was, and I was all over it. So uh, saw pictures like tapes on. Okay, sorry, just reading through some of the stuff there. Diana says, "How are you asking how you set up, how you do the Twitter thing? All you do is follow uh, keep a notifications on Twitter, and you can go into your timeline. You can actually click on notifications and see who they've tweeted out to, and it's pretty cool. What are the stumbling blocks with other sourcing besides Amazon? I have a hard time spotting the deals, I guess. I can go on a website and I'll sit there and I try to find the deals, but I don't know. I'm not Matt Carlett. I don't have the magic touch. So after about maybe an hour, I feel like I'm just spinning my wheels, and I would rather go scan a shelf for 5 or 6 hours than sit there and just stare at a website for an hour getting nowhere. And it's I just yeah, And Terry says patience. I know. I don't think I have the patience for online sourcing when I'm going in blind. It kills me to sit there and stare at a computer and not be able to buy something and just feel like I'm wandering around lost. So what I've done more of is, of course, the Amazon flips, and then my wholesale. Now I'll sit there and look through a catalog. Now I don't mind referencing some stuff on Amazon to see where it stands, looking at the distributors that they're coming from, and tracking that stuff back. So that's how I've done some of my wholesaling, and I've spent more time doing that than the online arbitrage. So I, I just feel like it's better use of my money because at least I'm getting somewhere. Matt says, "Yep, train a VA." I guess I don't know. I don't have it in me. I don't because I've heard VAs do exactly what you tell them to. So you got to tell them step by step, and it takes 2 or 3 months to get them trained. If I don't know what I'm doing, how am I going to teach them what to do? Which leads into what Diana said. It's tough. If I'm not good at it, how can I train someone else to be good at it? That's that's a little difficult for me. But anyway, so I spend my days just doing other stuff while I'm putzing around the house, and that's why I've been working more on my business than in my business. It's just the way it's been lately, and that's why my numbers are in the toilet, and I'm doing like nothing in sales. It's ugly. Dropped. I dropped below $1,000 for 7 days today. I couldn't believe that. I think I'm back above it now, but my God, I should be pushing $1,000 days, not weeks. It's been pretty ugly here for about the last 6 weeks. You resisted Dymo, just do it. Yes, I totally agree, Michael Flanagan. I don't have the twin turbo. I don't see a need for the twin turbo. I saw where you like to put the expiration dates on the smaller ones, and that's cool. I'm happy with my 450 for now, so we'll see. Best wholesale site that has a UPC on their product page online makes checking Amazon a snap. I totally agree. And I've run into some issues. Oh, crud! And there's me stepping all over Darla. I should have just let her take care of that. But yeah, if they have the UPC codes, you can do it back and forth and check it. Um, One thing that I want to do when I get a healthy list of UPCs is actually try to use the Scan Power Evaluate. I think that is it Evaluate or Evaluator. So I still haven't done that, but it's kind of on the back burner for me. I just want to at least have like 25 UPCs just to try it out and see how the whole thing works. But anyhow, let's see. I've noticed that categories that I once was restricted in on my seller account summary page, pull down menu in the center, now has fewer categories. Anybody notice that, and is that alone enough authority, or should I test it? I'm not sure exactly what you're saying. Categories that once were restricted on my seller account summary page. I don't think I've ever seen where I'm restricted on seller account summary page. Does anyone else? No. I think Robert's trying to type it again. Okay, or get us a picture or something. Yeah, Robert, I'm sorry, I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about. Couldn't survive without Evaluate. Michael Flanagan, I know you talk a lot about it, so I do want to try it out just so I can have an idea what's going on. Oh, categories requiring approval. I don't, you get that on your seller page though? I mean, I've gone into Seller Central and pulled that up, but I've never seen that notice on my seller page, like on my main dashboard, which is what I assume you're talking about. It's a button on the summary kit. Yeah, okay. Let me go look real quick. So chat room, you just entertain yourselves for just a second so I can log in. I'm not actually logged into my account. All right, I'm looking. Categories. Oh, categories requiring approval. Okay, right there in the middle of the screen that I've never noticed. Um, yeah, I've got all the basic ones. So you may have a couple more if you're not approved in the HBA, HPC, and grocery, but mine are just the clothing, automotive. I'm not actually authorized in any of the restricted categories, so I still have those. I've never noticed that though. Thank you, sir. Maybe somebody else can answer that question. Oh, okay. Darla's approved in some of those, but it's still there. Okay. Following Keepa.com notifier. Is that the right one? I think so. Do I have something? Yeah. Uh, I think that is the right one. I'm just pulling it up on my phone here. Oh, I even have a tweet or something. It's got a little red one by it for some reason. At Keepa underscore notifier. That sounds like the right one. Sorry, guys. I probably should have been prepared with this. I think that is right, though. The underscore notifier. Yeah, there it is. Yes, Keepa.com notifier at Keepa underscore notifier. Exactly. You guys got it. Good job. Oh, look, Darla's all over it while I'm sitting here staring at my phone. That's why I have the awesome producer that I do, because Darla rocks. And yeah, that's it. So you guys can, if you go to their Keepa notifier, you can see what they've been tweeting out to other people. And some of it's just good prices on stuff if you want to buy it for yourself. Others are the bolos that are out there, and you can snag up some quick little flips. So just another tip on how to do some stuff. Lego tweet today. Darla is the bomb. There is no doubt. Hey, Bob, let's get your picture up there. I see it's been hanging around for far too long. This is Bob's setup. See, he's got the little colored drawers like I do, but he's got a much better cart. And there's the two side-by-side label peeler roller things that are awesome, but they just cost way too much for me to actually part with. I only have like 3 rolls of labels, so it hurt me too much. But notice I did steal like his little tape organizer on top and the little colored drawers. Like I said, I kind of got the little watered down version of the Bob Willie cart special setup. I'm working on it. I'm no Bob Willie, but I'm trying. I'll get there someday. But very cool. Very yeah, cash drawers at the bottom. Very cool setup that you have there, Bob. All right, and Michelle Jones trying to put up a picture of something it looks like. Okay, that's Bob's cart. Okay, thank you. And there it is. Twitter.com/Keepa underscore notifier. And hey, check it out once a day. They don't tweet a lot, but when they do, there's some stuff. So, and you can set up your own Keepa alerts. So even if you don't jump in on that one, maybe you see it's a little late, but you know that they were tracking it. You can lower the price, see where it used to sell, set up your own alert straight from Keepa, have them tweet to you, have them email you. And yeah, and if you notice, now it may jump up, but right now there's 80 followers, 80 people. Okay, hey, holy cow, there's 98 people here. Welcome. I didn't know we had almost 100 people listening. But yeah, there's only 80 followers. Nobody's doing this. Nobody is doing this. I think it was at 45 the other day when I signed up. So apparently the message is getting out a little bit, but and it's not going to make you rich, but it'll give you some quick deals. There's no reason not to do it. I mean, I don't see a reason not to do it. All right. Any more questions? Any more anything? We're coming up on the. Oh, okay. We do have a few. Anyone else have pictures of their setup? No, I don't have pictures. All I can do is show you around the room if anybody cares, but I already did that. Oh, paper tape. Good question. Jeff Howard. New toy I want is a paper tape dispenser. Anyone use paper tape? And again, Bob Willie being the man that he is, I know he's used it in the past. So if he wants to give his 2 cents about that, absolutely feel free, obviously. I have not used the paper tape. I've looked at it, and no, Darla, the paper tape is the stuff just like you get from Amazon that actually is supposed to adhere to the cardboard. Jeff Howard, I'm telling you, the tape you're going to find that you like, I think, to me, is, hang on. Oh, and an update from last week. See? Reach over here to my handy dandy card. Remember this guy from about a week ago? Okay. Now that's the rubber tape. I'm telling you, I have not had the first bit of problems with this. And somebody asked last week, this was my new tape gun that I just got. They asked how I liked it. I like it a lot. It took a little getting used to. It's different than a tape gun because your hand goes inside and you just pull it across. But yeah, this is the quiet tape. This is the silent tape, actually. And I love it. I looked into it. Is that from Uline or eBay? Use the same dispenser. This one's from Uline. It's the official Uline dispenser. Here you go, H1162 from Uline. And it was $15. Ramona said, is it Duane or did she just, I think she lost me. Anyway, I love this little thing. It was 15 bucks. Works like a champ. This is the silent tape also from Uline. That is 3-inch silent tape. And it is by far the best tape I've used. And actually, when you break down per yard, it is very inexpensive because it comes in the 110 yard instead of 55 yard. And so the tape is silent, holds like a champ because it's actually made of rubber instead of plastic. And dude, it just works. I'm telling you, this stuff just works. I recommend it highly. I got like 18 rolls of it. I think it cost me $100 for 18 rolls. And after I even sold some to people at cost, not like I was marking it up, that is really smelly stuff. What is? It doesn't smell. There's a, here, smell it. Does it smell it? You don't smell anything, do you? No, it doesn't smell. No, I sold a few of them at cost just so people could try them out if they wanted to. And I think people liked it. I know I love it. So, and again, just in case you don't know what silent tape is, here you go. Okay, that's silent tape. You hear that? Conversely, a typical tape dispenser is going to sound like this. And it doesn't make a noise. Awesome. Anyway. And that's how my live demonstrations usually go. And that's why I stay away from them. Awesome. That sucked. Yeah, anyway, you know how noisy your tape usually is. There we go. I pulled it too slowly. So let's try this again. Tape usually sounds like this. Whatever. Get the silent tape. It's cheaper. This sounds good. Doesn't sound at all. That's it, guys. We're at an hour. We've had a little fun tonight. Hopefully you've picked up a little bit of stuff. Some of the if you're watching the replay, make sure you right up here above the chat. Make sure you click on the archive chat. I did not mention them, but I saw a lot of good apps that people were using going through the chat. So when we talked about different apps that I use, and feel free to hit me up if there's anything you have questions about. I'll explain it further, tell you why I like it, don't like it, whatever. But there were a lot of good apps that I saw being mentioned in the chat room. So make sure you click on the archive chat right over there, and you'll be able to read the other apps that other people in the room are using. Because, yeah, Maureen, sorry you had to take off, but yeah, we're at 90 people. A lot of smart people in this room. So especially if you're newer, or even if you're experienced and you're just trying to get a feel for some of the things that are out there that maybe you're afraid to try, or you don't really know what to think of it. Hey, there's a lot of experience right there telling you what to use, or at least what they use. And Teresa Rose wants to know where you got the cart, Bob. Maybe you can PM that information, or maybe you've already sent it in the chat room, but I know you had all the links when somebody asked about it earlier in our group. And then Johnny Vega, when you do wholesale orders, do you have them shipped directly to Amazon? Okay, let me address that. That'll be the last question that I get to. So one more time. Duane, do you have wholesale orders shipped directly to Amazon? I have a product now shipped directly to Amazon warehouses. I just send the box labels to the provider. UPS picks up the shipment, and I pay Amazon 20 cents per item for labeling. No, I do not. Just from what I've seen, okay, first of all, if you have a wholesaler that will deal with you with the labels, the shipping labels, and they'll let you put those on there, that's cool. That's really cool, and I'm glad you got that set up with them. It's not easy to do that with every wholesaler, and most of my wholesale deals are bundles or multi-packs. They're not just the single items, and the ones that are single items, I've been able to turn so quickly that it really wasn't an issue to have that done. But it's cool that you were able to work with a wholesaler and that you can skip that step altogether. So it's not, it's not that I'm against it. There's no reason not to do it. 20 cents is very reasonable when you consider what it costs you for your time and labels. Yeah, Terry's saying some of his suppliers will even label for him the individual items. So, yeah, there's some stuff that you can do, and it's not a bad suggestion. It's just not something that I've needed to do. So, Greg Purdy brings up the one argument, and I think Bob Willie's had this happen to him. Hopefully, the wholesaler doesn't cut you out of the equation and start selling on Amazon. That is a possibility. If that's a concern, something to consider. Yeah, to each his own. I'll leave it at that. I can't tell you what's right or wrong. Do what's right for you. And there's Bob Willie with the link to the cart that he has. I'm assuming that's what that is. Yes, that is the one. See, I went for the cheap $25 Sam's Club model. That's the $70 or $68.48 Bob Willie special, which is an excellent card, I'm sure. It's awesome. It's out of my price range. Okay, and Bob says, not likely, but it has happened. So, Randall, someone I'm trying is, okay. Oh, someone is helping me. Okay. Someone is listing books at a thrift store. He got friendly with me. I'm wondering how he could split profits because he's using his own FBA account. I don't like profit sharing, honestly. It's Chris is over here sending me messages and distracting me. I don't like profit splitting. To me, it's too hard to track, and it's confusing, and it's messy. And Darla, it's all in the paperwork, Randall. Yeah, PETA, you betcha. I don't like it. I've tried it, and I did not like it at all. So I would do something more where you just buy the books from him directly, or don't do it at all. Honestly, I don't like it. Yeah, consignment is difficult with Amazon. It just yeah, there's no easy clear cut way to do it. And if he's expecting a certain return and you price adjust because the market has fluctuated and you need to price down, or if you price up, he's going to be happy. But if you have to price down, maybe, well, I thought it was going to be this. We talked about it being that, and you're kind of getting into a partnership type thing. I wouldn't touch it. I've done it, didn't like it, got away from it. Um, that's my feeling on it. I wouldn't do it. So, all right, guys. That's I'm just reading through one more time. Yeah. Okay, and that's it. All the questions are answered. We're at an hour. Excellent stuff. Hopefully, you guys got a few tidbits here and there. If nothing else, get on Twitter. Go find the Keep a Notifier. Uh, Bob Willie, thanks for being here. Thanks for all your input. Robert Watson, Mike Brim. Karen is in the audience. Keen Deals Paula. Morris Smith. Guys, Charlene, you've been on Spreecast after Spreecast today, as has Darla. You guys are rocking. And Alan Miola, excuse me. Oh, Darcy, I didn't see you out there. So that's cool. That's a new name to me. Sherry Smith. Guys, thank you very much. Have a good night. We will be back next Wednesday. Hopefully, I'll have a good recap of my sourcing trip that I am going to finally get out of the house and do tomorrow. And I will talk to you guys next week. So next week, Wednesday, 8 o'clock. See you then. Night, guys.